Hey everybody. Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? Wow, it's been ages, hasn't it? It has been forever and ever. It seems like it's been months and months. Wow, there's been so much going on. Excuse me, especially with this holiday season. So much preparation and just a lot to keep up with. But we thank God. How are we doing today? How are we doing? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Marriage, Family, and the Word. My name is Ameze. This is the day the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing. We're glad in it. It's so good to see everybody. It's so good to just be in the midst of God's people. And I just say, glory be to God in the highest for such a time as this. It is the reason, it's the season when our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ came and died for us. It's the season where he came and made the ultimate sacrifice for us. So we are indeed blessed to be called children of the Most High. Hallelujah. So I just say welcome to everyone at this moment. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing here. And God bless you tremendously. God bless you so much. As I mentioned, it's the holidays and it's the Christmas season. And with the Christmas season comes so much busyness. But I want to assure you that in spite of the busy times, it's been about 3 weeks since I've seen you all. And I want to encourage you that in spite of the busy times, we will do our best, our very, very best to be in touch and to keep you abreast of everything that is happening, even with Marriage, Family, and the Word. So I just say, God bless you all so much, and God continue to keep you. Well, today is another awesome day. Excuse me. Today is a day where we have another awesome man of God here to just enlighten us on how to manage our money and how to just be in charge or have a sound hold of the money that God has put into our hands. His name is Coach Ekow, Eshun, Coach Ekow Eshun, and he is based in Ghana, in Accra, Ghana. And he is going to be talking to us about the ways in which we can continue to manage our money diligently, about the ways in which we can, be better stewards of our money, even inside of marriage. So we are grateful that he is here with us today. It's such an honor to have him here today, I tell you. So without further ado, we're just going to go straight into it. We have, it's just such an honor. I can't even believe that he's able to join us today, but we are just going to jump into things and get things started, God willing. But before we do that, we want to just acknowledge the name of our Lord God Almighty and just appreciate him for his goodness unto us. We want to ask that he take full control over all that we do here today. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Lord. Take your place, Lord. Have your way. We're just vessels and nothing more. When we're done, please take the glory. We're satisfied to see you glorified. And take your place, Lord. Have your way. We're just vessels and nothing more. When we're done, please take the glory. We are satisfied to see you glorified. And when we're done, please take the glory. We are satisfied to see you glorified. Hallelujah. So we commit all things unto you, Lord, and we ask that you take your place and have your way. Lord, we are earthen vessels and nothing more. When we are absolutely done, please take all the glory. Lord, we are going to be satisfied to see you lifted up and to see you glorified. In Jesus' name, amen. Hallelujah. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and welcome my brother, Coach Ekow Eshun, to come and help us get some more insight about money and how to manage money and how to know our money even better than we already do. Praise God. So I'm just going to welcome him at this time. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Lovely Neza. I am Lovely Neza. You are welcome. Thank you for joining. God bless you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. Okay. So, brother, Coach Ekow, I'm going to be requesting you. So when you see the request, please feel free to answer. Praise God. It's freezing cold. In case you're wondering why I have this big blanket on. It's so cold. I'm in the car. Just trying to make good use of our time here. Hello.
Hey, hi.
Good afternoon, sir. Good evening.
It's good evening
Yes,
here
sir.
in Accra.
Good evening in Accra. To all our people in Accra, good evening to you. How are you doing?
Good evening, yeah. I'm blessed. How about you?
I am so blessed and highly favored and busy. You know, this time is I'm in the middle of like a million things. I said I have to do this today. But we thank God.
Wow.
Good to see you.
Thank God for that. Yeah.
We thank God.
Good to see you too. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see you too.
Medasio. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Wow, this is so beautiful. You can speak our language. Wow. You know, the other day I told you that you are Ghanaian, you know. So you have to go for the DNA and know that you are from Ghana.
Okay. I gladly accept.
Yeah.
Ghanaians are wonderful, wonderful people. Wonderful people.
Yes, Ghanaians are wonderful.
Wonderful.
Ghanaians are wonderful people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are so glad to have you on today, Coach Ekow, and we are absolutely honored to have you just in our midst today to teach us. You know, there's so much that happens, you know, as single people when you're single and you're looking to even get married. Sometimes you're not aware of the various measures that we need to imbibe as people who want to be financially responsible. So I've realized that even as a single person before I got married, there's so much I didn't know, you know, and then going into marriage,
Yes.
it was a similar thing where you kind of know the basics, but you don't know the nitty-gritty and the things that will help to prepare you and move you forward. So that's why I thought it would be wise to have you on today to just give some explicit knowledge and some, you know, some steps as to how we can be responsible as singles and then as married people who will be preparing for our future. And I thank you so much for being here. So please take the wheel. We're here as your students.
God bless you too. You know. So when we talk about money,
Yes,
money is something that I believe that each and everyone watching us today need to know the laws and principles about money. Okay. Now, so when we talk about money, money itself is a reward of, let's say, solving a problem. And there are places that money hides. So if you are a young lady, a young guy, and you want to marry, you are not planning, you are thinking about going into marriage, you need to, first of all, be financially sound, financially fit before you go into marriage. You understand? You cannot just say, I want to marry, and it's like financially you are not okay.
Yes.
Okay, financially you are not okay, and I want to marry. It doesn't work that way. Now, so before our education system all over the world, there is no school on this earth that teaches money. They don't talk about money, how to make money.
Sir.
You understand? It's not part of the educational system.
Yes.
So for you to succeed, for one to succeed on earth, it's not about acquiring a certificate.
Yes, sir.
You see, I always say that it's just a decorated paper. Certificate is just a decorated paper. When you study some of the successful billionaires on this earth, most of them are school dropouts. You talk about Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates. Quite some number of them, they are school. I'm not saying we shouldn't go to school, but what I'm trying to say tonight is that we need to educate ourselves when it comes to money. Financial education is the key to financial freedom.
Right.
If you don't know anything about money, no amount of prayer and fasting can make you a millionaire or a billionaire. Right. You need to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself financially. So how can one educate him or herself financially? Now, one, you need to attend seminars. For instance, you need to attend seminars, financial seminars, and you need to read books on money, financial books, okay? And you need to also be watching and listening to things concerning money. Now, let me tell you something, my friend. It's like one of the challenges that we have here in Africa, for instance, we Africans, we always blame the devil for everything. You understand? If somebody is poor, we blame the devil. Everything in Africa, we blame the devil. But sometimes some of the things that happens to us, it's not the fault of the devil. It's our own negligence. You understand what I'm saying? So if you are watching me and you are young, one thing you need to know in this world is financial education. You need to understand the laws and principles of money. Money has no home. Money has no home. Money does not have any geographical location.
Yes.
Money is a product. When you educate your mind, when you update your mind, when you upgrade your mind, you are going to attract money. You have to become valuable to attract money. You need to be valuable. Now, if you're not valuable, how are you going to attract money? So if you are here and you are watching us, before you go into marriage, one, you need to plan.
Yes.
You need to plan. Yes, you need to plan and make sure, as I said earlier, you are okay. You are okay as a lady. Now, in Africa, you are not you are African American. But let me say this: in Africa, here on this continent,
okay,
you are African. Okay, so you like here in Africa. Let me say this: about 95% of our women, about 95% of them believe that their husband should have money, or they want to marry, let's say, a rich man, because they believe that. So there are so many women, so many young girls that they are not working, but they are praying to God that they want to marry. And there are so many of them that they are now, they are now living with their husbands, and they are not doing anything.
Oh.
But when you say that, so when you talk about it, they will tell you, oh, your husband should take care of you. Your husband should do everything for you, because the Bible said a man should take care of a woman, which I don't believe it. I don't believe that, because now as a lady, you also have financial responsibilities. You also have financial responsibility, because you cannot your husband for everything. It's not everything that you are going to depend on your husband to provide everything. Your husband cannot provide everything for you and your children. And let's say if you have siblings, if your parents are alive, maybe they need financial support. Your husband, it doesn't work like that. So what I'm saying is that we learn about money. We need to know much about money. And also the first thing is we have to plan. So before you marry, you have to think about savings and investment. Savings and investment. So let's say you marry the end of, let's say 2022, by December, you want to marry. You have to start saving now. You have to start putting some money together. If you can put it into an investment, I don't believe people get saving money, because when you save money, you are not going to benefit. But when you put the money into an investment,
Yes.
your money is going to like and something, some compound interest or something like that. So what I'm saying is that you need to save and invest money before, let's say you give yourself, let's say 1 year or let's say 2 years or whatever, before you go into marriage. Because number one thing you need in life is not marriage. One thing you need in life is a good job or a good work. You need to have something that you are doing. It is not, marriage is not the first thing you need as a young girl or young man. You need to have a good work, something that will give you money, something that will give you money every day, something that will give you money monthly. So if you are not working, you don't qualify to marry in the first place. This is not faith matter. Let us put the faith side, the faith, because
as a woman,
this
yes,
faith,
both as men and women. So even if there's a woman who wants to get married and she's not financially settled or financially responsible, she shouldn't bother getting married, right? She shouldn't marry yet, right?
Yes, yeah, because you are going to be a burden on somebody, because it takes money to do everything on this earth. It takes money to do everything on this earth. Without money, there is nothing that you can do on this earth.
That's true. That's right.
So if you are not working, or let's say financially you are not sound, you don't have a good job, you are struggling, why do you want to marry?
Exactly.
So the first thing they need to work. Like, you need a good job.
Yeah.
You need a good job before you think about marriage. When you have been able to secure yourself a good job, then you think about marriage. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you there?
I'm here. I just
Fantastic.
the children are coming in. I just wanted to.
I can see.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So one need to establish him or herself before they think about marriage. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now,
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
It's okay.
You can hear me now. Okay. So it's true what you're saying, and I really appreciate your insight about that, because as people who are let me move this way. As people who are who are single, as a single, that's not the first thing that comes to mind. The first thing that comes to mind is, wait a minute,
yes,
how on earth, you're looking for the person who can kind of match your financial capabilities. I remember when I was a single, before I got married, I was working full time. I was working full time and a very decent, actually at a very decent place where I was earning more than what I needed as a single person. So, sorry, I'm just gonna be moving a lot, but we're gonna do this today. So you want to come this way? So I remember that,
no problem.
even as single, I was totally, just doing what I had to do financially. But if I understood that, the priorities are still going to be different. So just because you're a single person, it doesn't mean that you're absolved of financial responsibilities. I remember I was still living with my mom when I got married, and I used to pay the phone bills. And wait, what was it? I think it was my insurance. I had my car. So my insurance for my car, the maintenance and upkeep of my vehicle and all that, and then some of the house bills here and there. So that kind of helped me a little bit, even though, even though I know that there was more that I could have been doing. So it kind of helped in a way. But I know, having gotten married from that status, that there's a lot more that I could have applied myself to, like you just mentioned, like investing in, certain kinds of stocks and things like that. Like Bitcoin, there was no Bitcoin then, but things like Bitcoin or different kinds of stocks where my money, just put my money to grow, and things like that would have been a great thing at that time if I had known. So it's what you're saying is it's so true, and I wish that more people would
Yeah,
imbibe this value, you know, as singles.
yeah,
Yes. Um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. So I wanted to focus more on the married aspect. So as people now get married and they're now actual married people in, you know, in a union and all of that, what would you say about some foundational principles of, you know, of marriage? Like what would you suggest that a person think of when they're thinking about financial responsibility as a married couple?
So one thing I would
Yeah.
say is that as soon as you marry, you get married. You know, the Bible says something that like when you marry, you become one. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I think that there should be something like
Mm-hmm.
a joint account that both the lady and the man they are going to put certain amount of money. Let's say every month. Let's say we decide, okay, you are the
Yeah.
man, you bring this kind of amount of money, and I'm also supporting you with this kind of amount of
Mm-hmm.
money, and we are putting this money into an investment for, let's say, for the next 3 years, for the next 5 years. And if you don't have
Yeah.
children, you also need to plan. You also plan for the
Yeah.
children. You understand? You also, if there is an account that you can open for your unborn children, even if you have children,
Yes.
you need to put somewhere. You understand? Every month or whatever, there's a certain amount of money should go into that particular account for the future. You understand?
Exactly.
You are investing for their education. No, no. So see, there are three things that people do with
Yes.
money. One, most people spend money, and another people also waste
Yeah.
money, and only 1% of the people invest
Yeah.
money. So you know that there are people that they always believe that whenever they see this new dress, they want to buy it. Whenever they see everything, like they want to spend money, spend money. You know, like this Christmas, for instance, there are people that they are going to spend money. But I always tell people that if you don't have financial
Yeah.
freedom, if you don't have financial freedom, you are not supposed to spend or waste
Mm.
money. The fact that I'm working and you have some money coming in
Mm.
does not mean you
To
have to
waste.
waste.
Yeah.
You need to understand like that you have to invest money. Now, you know what? The 1% of the people who always invest money, you know, for instance, let's say the majority of the
Mm-hmm.
people, whenever they even receive their
Yeah.
salary, they've even spent the money in their
Yeah.
mind
Already. Yeah.
before they even receive
Mm-hmm.
their, because you know that this month, or no, Christmas is just around the corner. When I receive my salary, I have to do this, I have to buy this, I have to. So you've already spent the
Yes.
money
In their
in your
mind.
mind.
Yes.
So as soon as you get the money, you have to,
Yes.
start disbursing, distributing the money.
Exactly.
But because of what the Bible says that man
So
thinks,
is
so
he,
is
right?
he. Because you have already spent the money in your mind, you are going to do the exact thing. Because about most of the people, so if you are watching me and you are married, there should be like, let's say, an investment account. Now, you have to, they should understand this. Before or anytime you receive money, apart from paying tithe, when you pay your tithe, your 10% to God,
Yeah.
the second thing you should do is that you have to pay yourself.
Right.
You have to self before you pay any other bill.
Yes. So taking the time to
Pay
God.
yourself certain amount of
Yes.
money before you pay, apart from taking
Right.
10%, giving 10% to
Mm-hmm.
God, taking 10%, make sure you are going to, before you pay any expenses, before you pay any bill.
Yes.
Okay. But you see, most of the people, they always pay bills, pay all their expenses before they think about paying themselves, before they think about putting something in the bank, at the bank. But by the time you pay your bills, by the time you like all the expenses, you do all the expenses, you've already finished. The money is already finished. That's what I'm saying. So we should, as a matter of principle, cultivate the habit of investment. Pay yourself anytime you receive money. Anytime you receive money, you have to pay yourself. Pay yourself
you do your
before
tithe
you
and
pay
yourself,
any other.
Well, tithe. No, sorry, sir, to cut you off. I just want to clarify the meaning of tithe. Because there's been this controversy about what tithe even means. So, and this is my view of what a tithe should be. A tithe is a tenth of all that we receive. So a tithe should be a tenth of anything that we receive. So, as long as even some people do different kinds of things with their money, and they believe in different kinds of charity work and things like that they can use their money for. So I feel as though if a person is in a situation where they want to use their they want to like go to a homeless shelter and contribute their income to a person who lives in a homeless shelter, that they should be able to do that. But if they believe in a cause or in a church where they want to contribute to the welfare of the church, sorry about that, of the church, then they should also be able to do that. So I feel like the onus is on us as children of God to decide where we want our tithe to go. And that's just my 2 cents about that one. But that's beautiful. So pay your tithe first, and then pay yourself. So after you pay yourself, what's next? What else do you do with your money?
So when you pay yourself, now you think about, as I spoke about, doing like putting some educational fund. You need to have some fund, like funds. You need to for your children. And also, as I said something that, listen to me, when last year, when COVID came, we didn't know that COVID be coming. All of a sudden, COVID. Now, at that time, a lot of people, they lost their jobs and other things. Now, me, I always make sure, anytime I receive money, I always make sure that I put certain amount of money somewhere. I've been doing it. I always make sure that I put certain amount. So when people were struggling at that time, people were talking about COVID, and I did not suffer because I know the kind of investment that I have made. You understand? My wife and I, we put something somewhere. Wow. So you pay yourself, and you should also make sure, as I said earlier on, that if you are as couples, you need to be putting some money together. Yeah. That one, you have to do it every month. You have to put some money together somewhere. See, emergency, we call it emergency fund or something like that. So when there is an emergency, you can go into that account and just withdraw money from that account. But there should be a certain amount of money, as I said earlier on, that you are going to pay it yourself every month. That money that you are going to put somewhere as you are paying yourself, you're not supposed to touch that money. That's why you're supposed to put the money into an investment, compound interest. So the money is not just into an savings account. It's an investment. Yeah. So once the money is there, the money will grow. The money will grow. It's not just putting it somewhere, not into an investment, but if putting it into an investment, the money will grow. Right. So what I'm saying is that there should be an emergency fund. Yes. There should be an emergency fund. If you don't have financial freedom, if you are watching me and you don't have financial freedom, you don't have to rush and be buying things that you don't need.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because listen, when you have financial freedom, when you have financial freedom, you can travel with your family. You can go to Dubai,
Yes.
Bahamas, whatever. Name it. You can travel around the
Exactly.
world because now you have financial freedom. You can afford certain things. So money, you don't before you spend money, you have to make sure that you have invested some of the money and you are spending little. And you see, all the rich men, the successful men that we see, the kind of lifestyle that they live, it is only 1% of their
Yeah.
investment. It's one
Yeah.
1% investment. You understand? So it is not. So if you adopt a luxurious
Yeah.
lifestyle and you want to be buying everything,
Mm.
and you don't actually have certain kind of investment
Yeah.
somewhere, you are going to find yourself wanting in the future. And you know what? Money will never forgive you.
Mm.
Money, you see, when you offend God, God will
Right.
forgive you. When you offend human being, they will
Yeah.
forgive you. But money, when you offend money will punish you. Money will never
Yes.
forgive you.
You.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you if you don't think about your retirement, your future, if you don't think about investment, money will never forgive you. And when you are married, you need to also think about business.
Yeah.
Business. Listen, I always say that as a salary earner, if you are going to depend solely on your salary, you are not going to be rich unless you are an expert in your field. So those who are expert, those who are specialists, because of the kind of knowledge that they
Yeah.
have, they are successful. But an ordinary person, if you are just a salary
Yeah.
earner and you don't have any business
Yeah.
aside, you need to be multiple streams of income. You need to earn multiple streams of income. That is the way to be successful. So if you are married and you are watching me as a married
Mm.
couple, you need
More
to
than one
have
source,
a
right?
side hustle. You need to have a business somewhere, a business that will give you money every
Yeah.
day. And that is the way you are going to be successful.
Absolutely. Oh my, thank you so much. These are some basic principles that some of us may have even heard before, but to hear those principles and not apply them is a deficit to us, I believe. So I thank God that you've been able to come and remind us of certain ways to make ourselves better financially as singles, people who are looking to get married, and then as married people who want to even be more responsible. So I really I'm grateful for your insight. Now, I just really want to say thank you to everyone who has joined. I really want to appreciate you all for coming on. Um, this is a financial kind of session that we're having with Coach Ekow, who is a renowned coach and speaker, a person who speaks, especially in Ghana, at different locations
Right.
about money and
Yeah.
how to be responsible
Yeah.
financially. Coach Ekow is also a person who gives practical insights about how to
Yeah.
the ways that we can capitalize the small that we have, the small money that we have, um, and then using our talents or using our giftings on these kind of platforms like Instagram
Yeah.
and Facebook to even advertise our specialties and advertise ourselves so that we can maximize, monetize our talent and monetize the beauty inside of us, which is the giftings that God has given to us. So, Coach Ekow, we're grateful for you here today. And we're grateful for your insight. We're grateful for everything that you've helped us to learn, even here today. You have been so insightful, and we thank you so much for your presence with us. Before we leave, we just want to
Yeah.
take a couple of questions from anyone who may have questions. If you have a few questions, we can take them in the question bubble here. Sorry, it's so sunny here where we are. You just have to forgive me. Um, we're going to take a few questions
Wow.
in the question bubble. So if you have any questions, we'll take them there. Or if you want to come on, we can invite you on as well. And then we can move on from there.
Yeah.
So at this time, we're just going to take a few questions. So I'm sure there's some of you who have questions. Please feel free to ask them as they come to you. Feel free to ask them as they come to you. I have one really quickly before we even start that session. So if you're a married person and you are a person who is not very good with money, like with handling money, and your husband, the person's husband, is better at handling money, isn't it always better to leave the handling of the finances to the person who is better at handling the finances? What do you advise?
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think so. You understand? Because
yeah.
You see, we can learn that we can learn everything that you want to learn on this earth. You can learn it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you need to learn. You need to go to somebody who can teach you, because you need to accept. You need to accept that you don't have that kind of discipline when it comes to money. Okay, so you go to somebody who is an expert to help you. I mean, overcome that kind of habit, overcome that kind of spending habit. Okay, because I don't think that your husband is, or your wife or your husband, because he's good in managing money, he should always handle the money. What if like something happens and the husband or the wife divorces? What are you going to do? Okay, so I always believe that you need to put your destiny into your own hands. You need to display, because even if it is coming from your husband, you are not going to listen. You are not going to listen to it. If it is coming from your wife, but you go to somebody who's an expert, somebody who can help you overcome that kind of habit. And I think you do better than, let's say, relying on your husband or your wife to help you overcome this kind of habit.
Yes, it is true. I feel like that is absolutely true, and we can definitely take heed to that. So how do you
Sure.
What do you recommend in terms of the practical ways? Okay, so I know a couple who are very, very talented. Now they work and they have their own businesses, but they're very talented and they understand their talents, but they're just not sure of how to maximize their talents inside of, like, how to put it out there. So the lady is she's a nice looking lady and stuff, but she likes to talk about relationships a lot. But she always says to me, but I don't know what to do to put my talent out there. I mean, she's made like so many videos. And the husband is the same way. I'm like, and they're so modern, but they just don't know. They know how to use their phones and to record videos, but they're not sure of how to maximize their talents and put it out there so that people can get to know and see. And it's just such a practical thing. So can you just give us a few tips of how to do that? So if you're a talented person and you have some kind of acumen, what to do to get it to out there so the whole world can get to participate and you can monetize that?
Yeah, because yes, as I said earlier on, the person you need education. You need to be taught how to do some of these things. That is why I said you need to go to somebody. For me, for instance, I've been training a lot of people when it comes to how to monetize their talent, how to discover their talent and monetize their talent. You understand? So first, you need to go to somebody who can train you, okay, on how to discover that talent. Or let's say if you discover that the talent, how you can put that talent, okay, you can put that talent, let's say, on social media. You understand? Because you know one thing. One that is killing people is fear. Fear. Because the person does not know. Hold on 1 minute. Mercy, I'm using the way to some you know, the person sorry,
But
my
I
children
know
they are
that.
just
Sorry.
disturbing me here.
Okay. I don't say that. See one. The
So,
other one. There.
you know,
Yeah.
one, you need to overcome the fear of, let's say, putting yourself out there. You know what? Hey, Miss Fofo, wow. Fofo is watching us all the way from Canada. Okay.
Okay.
You need
Welcome.
to that fear,
Oh wow.
that fear of putting yourself out there. I talk to a lot of people, and their fear. They are afraid. Somebody will say, I don't look nice in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Because they always have self-limiting beliefs about
Yeah.
themselves. Self-limiting beliefs. So you need somebody who can, help you to overcome this kind of
Yes.
self-limiting beliefs.
Self-limiting. Yes.
Okay. Now, so when you overcome this kind of self-limiting beliefs, then you need to know how to use social media.
Yeah.
How to use social media. On this Instagram app, we have 1 billion people on Instagram. 1 billion people. And I was watching a lady, Vanessa Lou or something like that on YouTube. Vanessa Lou said she created a course. And when she created a course, in 10 days, she sold the course and she made $1 million.
Wow.
$1 million from
Just
her course.
So this is like a video that she had done, and then she just took it and made it into like bite-sized pieces so people could glean from it, right?
Yes, yeah. Of course, yes. The course that people can sign up. They can sign up and just, you understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, you need somebody to put you through.
Yeah.
You need somebody who has done it. For instance, I have 93k followers on TikTok.
Yeah,
and when it comes to TikTok, yes, I know the in and out of TikTok. When it comes to this app, Instagram, I know how to use Instagram to make money. So the thing is, and you don't have to be afraid of anything. So you need to broadcast yourself. You need to record yourself. And I've met people, they say they want everything to be perfect. I need this, I have to buy a camera, I have to buy this, you don't need all that. Ring light, you don't, the only thing you need is ring light. Ring light is important. The only thing you need is ring light. And your smartphone. If you have a ring light and your smartphone, you don't need anything. You don't need. Now there's this guy, Kabilemi. Kabilemi is a TikTok. He has about 123 million followers on TikTok. This guy during the pandemic last year was just a factory worker, and he lost his job. So he decided to upload videos, TikTok videos, and now he is the second most followed person on TikTok. He doesn't talk. He doesn't. TikTok, he doesn't. He does just doing some sign emotion. He does not talk. He's the most second followed person.
I think I know who you're talking about.
So what I'm saying is that. Yes. So what I'm saying is that if you are watching me, you have to put your talent on social media. Maybe you know how to cook, you know how to dance, you know how to braid. We all have something. We all have something that God has given us. God has given us gifts. And the gift that God gave us when we were coming to this earth, God gave us the gift for us not to suffer. God gave us the gift to make a living from the gift. And sometimes like we love watching others, and we say to ourselves that I wish like I'm so and so. You don't have to because you have a special gift. There is something special about you. There is something unique about you that you don't. If you are going to put yourself out there, I'm telling you, the people that you love watching today, they are also going to be your followers. They are going to follow you. For instance, I've seen young artists from Nigeria, Ghana, all over the world. That they were nobody. I mean, they just recorded their music, music, and put it on social media, and all of a sudden, the music became a hit.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? So Ekow, once upon a time said something. Ekow, he said something. He said, in this era, you don't need a manager before you say I'm a young artist, because at that time there was nothing like TikTok, and so because YouTube is there, Instagram is there. Why don't you record your music and put it on YouTube?
Exactly.
Now, recently, there's this Ghanaian Hollywood star. His name is Michael Blankson. Michael Blankson said, in this era, you don't need Hollywood or Nollywood or Gollywood before you become a movie star. TikTok, go to TikTok, and we will find you. He said, go, and we will find. So just display your talent on social media. So the first thing you need a coach. You need somebody who has done this, who has been able to get the results from social media, for the person to put you through, for the person to walk you through, and you are going to be fine. Yeah. You are going to be fine. If there is money on, there is money on this app. Trust me. Because I am a living testimony. I have been earning money every day from social media, from Instagram, from TikTok. I have been making money every day from this apps. So I don't see why you are watching me and you are not making money. You know, there are people that they are just here to watch people. You are not supposed to be following people. I'm not saying don't follow. I'm not saying don't follow me or don't follow Amazing. That's not what I'm saying is that you see, your job here is not to follow people, to comment about people's posts. You have to showcase what you can offer here on social media, and we will follow you.
That's true.
Showcase it here.
That is true.
Showcase what you can offer, and we will follow you. If there are so many things you can do on social media, don't limit yourself. Break the ceiling. Just open the lock on your mind and think about what you can do here on social media. If you already know what you can do, just forget about what people will say, because sometimes opinions of others are killing us. Opinions of others. So what my friends, what are they going to say? Forget about your friends, because listen, when you start coming on social media, your friends are not going to support. When you start coming to social media to showcase your talent, your best friends are not going to support you. I know what I'm talking about. The strangers, the people that you don't know, they are going to make you popular. They are going to support you. And when they make you popular, your friends are now going to support you. But your friends are not. So the friends that you want to please, you want to please your friends, they are not going to support you. They will even call you and tell you that you don't speak good grammar on social media. They will tell you that look at you don't speak good English. That is what they are going to tell you. They are going to criticize you. Just forget about them and do what you can do here. And strangers are going to make you popular. The strangers are going to support you. It's simple as ABCD.
Yep, that's true. I agree 100%. Okay, Coach Ekow, you know what? Let's go through a couple of practical steps. So say you discover that you want to put your talent out there today, right? Can we do a 3-step procedure? Because you're great at that. I love your videos that are so explicit. You give just a few steps and, straight to the point, and the message gets across. So could we give 3 concise steps as to how a person can get themselves out on a public platform and begin to monetize it? So step 1, should they register? Should they get like a TikTok account, for example, if they're an inspirational speaker? And then step 2, just put their videos up on that platform. And then step 3, begin to watch their follower content. Which way would you say that a person should go? I understand what to do, but let's try to put it in some practical steps, if you don't mind, please, so that people can truly understand.
So the first thing that we need is, let's say if you're on Instagram, your bio, okay, you need to, what you want to do, okay, you need to put your bio, because Instagram is like a big shop, a big
Yeah.
mall, okay, and your bio is like your
Right.
store. Because if I come to you, I have to read your bio and see that before I'll come to the content.
Exactly.
Because so when you come to my bio, you see Ekow, a business coach, blah, blah, blah. So if you go to the search engine and you are looking for a coach, let's say in Ghana, the moment you enter, you will see my name there, because I've set my bio in such a way that you are going to find me on the algorithm. The algorithm will just going to show my name. So you need a good
Yeah.
bio about yourself, blah, blah, blah. Then you have to start uploading a video.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect before you. I've met people that they say, oh, I have to practice small. No, you just have to go ahead. Now, when I started this thing, there were too many mistakes. Mistakes, you understand
Right.
what I'm saying? Mistakes, but I don't mind. I don't mind. You understand? Even when I was making mistakes, people still love the things that I was saying. I was the
You're
only
talking
person
content.
that
Yes.
knew that I was making mistakes. You understand? I was the only one knowing that here. Even today, I've been making a lot of mistakes, but I'm the only person that should know. Sometimes I upload the video and say, no, I shouldn't have said this, but I've already posted the video. I don't care, because the road to success is always under construction. I want to become. I'm not perfect. So set a bio, record your first video. If you can afford a ring light, buy a ring light and record your first video. You have to make sure that you are going to improve from your first video. The second, you are going to improve. And one thing that you also have to do is that you have to sit down and put content together, because it is the content that people will come and follow. People are not going to come to listen to good English or grammar. They are going to follow the content. They are going to follow the content. So you need to put concrete content, content together. So that is why you need a mentor, you need a coach. Go to YouTube, whatever. I mean, videos that you are supposed to. You need to also listen to people a lot, watch people a lot. Then you'll be putting content together, and you upload the videos. You understand? You upload the videos, and you make sure that you always improve the videos that you are uploading. Yeah. If that is what I can say.
Okay. Wow, that's fantastic. We're still taking questions on how to make the little that we have work for us, how to make our own talents work for us, even as whether we're single or married, how to make our own talents work for us. So we're still taking those questions. Maybe we could take one or two. If there are no questions, we can proceed and just end out. But if anyone has any questions, this is kind of a rare opportunity to ask Coach Ekow these questions face to face, via message, or via joining the meet. So if you have any questions, please feel free. I'm sure he's more than willing to answer any questions that you all might have. But I just really want to say, in the meantime, thank you so much. Once again, we've gained a lot, and we've learned so much from you today, and we thank you for your time taken to explain certain principles to us about how we can make ourselves better, just as people who want to be more financially responsible. I thank you so much. So it looks like, yeah. Okay, yeah. It looks like folks are.
You know what? Sometimes this evening, I was telling my wife that sometimes when I see people, like you meet some people and you ask them, "Oh, are you on Instagram?" I say, "No, I'm not on Instagram." "Are you on Facebook?" "I'm not." I say, "You are not." No, listen, the world is now social media.
Right.
The world is now social media. So you cannot tell me
it's a global village. Yeah, it is. I agree.
Yes, Yes, you understand what I'm saying. So you cannot tell me that you are on this earth and you are not. If you are above 50, fine. But if you are from 20 to 45, whatever, you need to be on social media. Now you are not just on social media, just as I said earlier, to follow people.
Yes.
You need to be on social media to build a brand. Build a brand on social media. Yes, sir. Because listen to me. Now, all the everybody, the stores, shops, they are moving online.
Yes. Exactly.
They are moving
Yes.
online. You
Yeah.
understand? Why on earth you think? Because in this era, if you want to start a business in this
Yes.
era, you don't need a shop before you start a business. Your shop is just your
Yes, sir.
smartphone. Because with your smartphone, can do whatever you want to do with just your smartphone. If you were a farmer, if you were a trader, whatever, put whatever you do, put it on social media, and it will shock you that somebody is in India. Sometimes I go live on TikTok. When I go live on TikTok, I have people all over the world watching my live. Somebody from Philippines, sometimes midnight, 12 a.m. Somebody from
Wow.
Philippines watching me, from India, from Caribbean watching
Yes.
me. That's what I'm saying. Now, because of because of what? Social media, I've been able to connect myself. I've been able to connect myself to so many people. Now, let me tell you this. In Africa, now because of social media, apart from the French-speaking countries, I can tell you that I have friends all over the English-speaking countries.
Yeah.
All over. If I say I want to Cameroon today, if I say I want to go to Cameroon today, I have people that I can connect with them. If I say I want to go to Zimbabwe, I have people. If I say I want to go to Kenya, I want to go to Zambia, I want to go to Rwanda, I want to go. I have
Yes.
people. You understand? Because of social, I didn't
Exactly.
have people. Now there was this guy. There was this guy from Tanzania who came to follow me, and he sent me a message. The guy said somebody uploaded my video on their WhatsApp group. So when the person posted my video on their WhatsApp, he quickly came to look for me on TikTok and he followed me. And now we are friends. The guy is a banker. Yes, what
Wow.
I'm trying to say is that don't be afraid of anything. Put yourself on social media. Everybody. You see, social media is too big. It's too big. It's too big.
It
You
is.
understand? It's too big.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's too big because on Instagram is 1 billion people. Facebook has over 2 billion people. TikTok has over 1 billion people. Put yourself
Yes,
there.
sir.
The space is
It's
big.
big enough for everybody.
Big enough for
Yes.
everybody. You understand? So if you hear and you are
Yes.
watching me, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just if you want to sell, make some money. If you want to build content, sit down and build quality content that people will follow you. Yes. So somebody's asking me a question that, please, where can I get this entrepreneurial books? Okay, so when you send me a DM, I can show you where you can get some of these books. You know, I started buying these books about, let's say, 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I used to buy books. I've been buying books a lot. You know, I have a library in my house because I love reading. Because you know what? When I discovered, listen, in my 20s, when I was in my 20s, I didn't at that time. I had the talent, but I didn't know how to use my talent.
Yeah.
It was when I was in my early 30s, when I was in my early 30s, that I discovered my talent. Now, when I was in my early 30s, my life was in shambles. Things were not moving the way I was expecting. So I used to listen to some men of God, Pastor Menson Kabel in Ghana, David Oyedepo, and these guys, they would say, you need to read, you need to read. So I started reading. And I started buying books. And you know, let me tell you, there was this friend of mine who went to America.
Yeah.
And when my friend was in America, my friend told me that, oh, I'll be coming to Ghana in 2 weeks' time. What do you want? Tell me and I'll buy. I said, no, I want this book. Buy this book. And my friend was shocked that a typical Ghanaian man or typical African, when you ask typical African that, what do you want? from America, or the person will say, buy me a phone, buy me iPad, buy me this. I said, buy, if you can get this book for me, I'll be very, very glad. And so when my friend was coming, I met my friend at the airport and collected my book. And I was so happy because you know what? I knew very well that if the book that my friend bought for me, if I can read the book, the phone or whatever that out there, I can buy it myself. I don't need anybody to buy me a phone or a dress or something. I want what?
Exactly.
Because books are treasures. Also, I want to encourage everybody watching me. You need to build a library, get books, read books, because the doors of this world are open to read. When you read, you see, your mind will open in such a way that, like, a lot of you will start attracting certain things, like all the successes that you want to see, you will start attracting them.
True.
So books are very, very important. Okay, and my last thing, the last thing I want to say, if you have a smartphone, you are not supposed to be poor. If you have a smartphone,
right,
you are not supposed to be poor.
I agree.
Your smartphone is not. Your smartphone is not just message, WhatsApp message, and for talking to your husband, talking to your girlfriend, no. For your you need to utilize your smartphone. Utilize your smartphone. You understand? So if you have
so something just came to my mind. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Okay, you know, something happened the other day, and I just discovered something about WhatsApp and how people can sync their Facebook to their WhatsApp and then advertise their goods and services on WhatsApp as a tool. So you can actually advertise your content on WhatsApp, right? And use it as something that will be beneficial in terms of income, in terms of just letting the world know what you have to offer. I never knew that WhatsApp had that capacity. I never knew that.
Yes, WhatsApp has that capacity. It has that capacity.
I love that. And I noticed that you recently put out a video to that effect. So I was listening to that, and I went on to get a tutorial. So I've been writing it down so I can use it, so I can try and use it, you know. But I never knew that. You know, most people think of WhatsApp as a messaging tool. So most people use it as a messaging tool. But I never knew that it could be used for, wide scope advertising. And it's just so good to know that, you know.
Because your status, you know, let me tell you this, like when somebody is your friend on Facebook or Instagram, you can choose to send a message and the person will not, let's say, respond or something. But you know, WhatsApp, the moment you give your number to somebody, or the moment somebody has your number, it means that somebody has given you his access to his private life. Because when you send the person a message, the message, because WhatsApp is the biggest messaging app on this earth. WhatsApp has over 2 billion people on the app. So the status, your status shouldn't be empty. Every day you have to be posting something on your status. And there are ways you need to let's say compare the list, WhatsApp list. For instance, I have over 30 WhatsApp groups. I have over 30 WhatsApp groups. You know, WhatsApp can take only let's say 257 people. WhatsApp is not like Telegram. Telegram can take over 200,000 people. But WhatsApp can over 200,000 people in the group. But WhatsApp can take 257 people. You understand? And I have over 30 WhatsApp groups. So on TikTok, for instance, when I do a video and I want people to join my group, I upload a link on my page. So when I upload a link on my page, when they watch the video, they press the link and they join my group
automatically.
Okay. Now I have compiled Automatically. So I have compiled so many lists, so many people. I have over 3,000 people on my
Wow.
contact list. Okay. So when I start, when I put something on my status, automatically, because you love what I'm doing, you automatically come and watch my status. So when you watch my status, and let's say I've advertised a shoe, I'm selling a shoe, I'm selling a phone, whatever. When I put it there, automatically you watch, you ask me, oh, so how much is it? You understand what I'm saying? There are so many times I put a video, people send me messages that, oh, even yesterday, my WhatsApp status was empty in the evening, and somebody sent me a message. Oh, why am I not posting something? Because I have been posting stuff on my WhatsApp status, and people love watching my status. You understand what I'm saying? So WhatsApp is another important tool that people can make so much money from WhatsApp.
That's true.
Design a course, for instance, on Instagram.
Yeah.
You design a course on Instagram, and the course, you let people join your group, let's say from Facebook, or is people join your WhatsApp group. When they join your WhatsApp group, you tell them to save your number. You also save their number. Okay, now when they save your number and you have their number, automatically when they put something on their status, unless you don't want to see their status, but when they put something on their status, you are going to see it. Now, when you have the groups, you can advertise your products. You have a course, you have an upcoming training, you advertise it on your status, you advertise it in your groups. You advertise it, and people are going to sign up. You understand? People are going to sign up. And we have WhatsApp broadcast. Broadcast, that the broadcast, you are going to compile certain lists. And let's say every morning or once every 2 days, you are going to send them a broadcast. So WhatsApp, don't joke with WhatsApp.
Oh.
My dear, don't joke with WhatsApp.
Something special. I'm going to get into it, God willing. But Coach Ekow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been valuable information that we're going to be able to use to better ourselves and to better our future in Jesus' name. So I thank you so much. Thank you.
Amen.
Please, regards to your wonderful, beautiful family. And I wish you continued success in all that you continue to do, and keep inspiring us while watching. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Have a great day.
My greetings to your husband.
Absolutely. I'll say hi to him. Thank you. Take care.
Amen. Bless you. Bye-bye. Yeah. So, Fruit, I can see you here.
There's an X on the right corner. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my peeps, this has been awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I've been so blessed, and I've learned so much in such a small in such a small time. But I thank you all for being here. Thank you all for just sticking in there to listen to what Coach Ekow had to dish out to us today. He gave out some awesome tips about how to maximize our own potential, even as people who have our own talents, and how to put ourselves out there effectively. And one effective example that he used was the WhatsApp app. So it's not just a messaging app, but it's a lot more than that. And he just gave us the 411 as to how to use it to benefit ourselves. So we are absolutely grateful for Coach Ekow and how he has been able to teach us and help us with some financial tips today. I want to say thank you all once again for coming on. This is one that was I don't know, it was kind of impromptu, but it's okay. I'm sure that this video is still going to accomplish the purpose for which it's being made. So we're grateful to God for all things. So guys, go ahead and feel free to follow Coach Ekow as well. If you don't already follow him, he is a renowned coach based in Accra, Ghana, and he's a speaker as well. He goes around talking around Ghana especially, and I'm sure he travels as well you know, outside of Ghana to talk about the ways that people can make themselves better financially, practical steps to making themselves better financially. So we really appreciate God for his life and for the inspiration that he is just as an individual. We're grateful for him. Again, my name is Ameze. This is Marriage, Family, and the Word. And this has been Know Your Money, Know Your Money, Know Your Money. And we have had a series of topics that have been going on for the past few weeks. We have been on for the past 3 weeks because I've just been kind of trying to prepare myself for this busy season called Christmas and into the new year. So we're just grateful to God for this wonderful series that is ending out in the at the end of this month. We've been in the family series. It's been about eight or 9 weeks so far, and we're continuing by God's grace to talk about family related issues or family related topics, and get folks in tune with what God says in terms of pruning our families and making our families better. So we thank God for all things, and I really wish you all well. Hello, Joe Keezy. How are you doing, my brother? What's going on? Hello to everyone who joined. God bless you guys so much. We'll probably talk to you guys soon. I wish you all the best, and may God continue to bless you. For bookings, please feel free to reach me here on @Marriage, Family, and the Word. God bless you and take care. All the best. Bye. See you later. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Compliments of this awesome season. And make it an awesome one. Make it a beautiful one. Make it a season to remember. Make it a Christmas to remember. I wish you all the best for the coming year. There'll be one more, God willing, there'll be one more, at least one more session before the year turns. And that'll be our finale. So we're preparing for that. And we'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys soon. God bless you. Take care. Bye.